Welcome back to Factorio on the March 2021 community map. So last time I got these gears, a little bit more to build there, some miners and stuff missing, got the more electronic circuits and got all the science. This time I want to be working towards blue science, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of planning work towards that. And definitely need to get the oil and find some red circuits which have not been revealed on the map so far. So probably going to explore down there, explore around here. Got the car, so I'll be a little bit of driving around just to see what I find. So planning ahead for what I need to do, I want the blue science essentially. I think that's the next one. I'm not going to worry about the military science pack until I really need it for like the reactor and stuff, because there's no biters, I don't need the turret upgrades and so forth. So to get to this, I want the train stuff for doing the oil. I think it's about enough distance. Other than that, I need the oil itself. I will need sulfur and advanced circuits. So I need the tech anyway, even though I'm going to try and mine them. And then this will give me the chemical science pack. And a chemical science pack, I look at this, so every 24 seconds it makes 2. So we'll call that one every 12 seconds. So that's 12 assembly machines to do 1 for each cycle. And I had 8 of the others, so that's going to be 12 by 8. That is 96, I think. I'll just check that. That's going to be a lot of assembly machines. Following on from the 96 assembly machines just for the chemical science, I also need that 1 engine for each one. So that's going to be 8 engines per second. I already had engines unlocked, so I can just look at them here. Put a search in because I can't remember exactly where they are. There they are. And what have we got? So I need 8, they take 10, so I'm going to need 80 assembly machines for engines. So 80 assembly machines for engines and 96 assembly machines for the science. And you don't need anywhere near as many for sulfur. Sulfur's quite fast, it would be like a half dozen maybe, I'll work that later. Question is 96 assembly machines, that's not going to fit here I think. If I did them in 2 sets that'd be 48. This here is 24, so basically I want to take this, double it, it's going to be over there. So what I might need to do actually is move the science maybe to the other side of this cliff. Kind of wanted to put the oil there, I guess I can put the oil over here or something. It's not like I've got a shortage of water. A couple more trees there though, I'd rather not build too much in the trees right now. But yeah, it does seem that this needs to move. Alternatively, I don't think it'll fit there, I guess I could put it up north. I could try to fit it there, kind of gets nowhere still though, probably will be trains and stuff there, so let's leave that blank. So I think there's going to be the better bet. So what I think I'm going to do to try and make this relatively fast, I'm just going to stop the science and then just leave this for 5 minutes or so and come back to it. And then hopefully it'll burn as many of the packs as possible, and I'll have to pick the rest up manually because there's hundreds of packs there, the robots are going to struggle. Okay, so it looks like many of the red science packs are out now, and I had more green there than red, so that's okay. So just gonna have to pick these up manually, I guess. And then how many is it? So it's only like two per science buildings. That's probably okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna move over here. It's still gonna take a little bit of time to pick this all up. So that's all built nice, and I think actually these cliffs are gonna be probably exceptionally annoying. So my choices really is to just build somewhere else or possibly just get rid of these cliffs. I could get some cliff explosives for that, which means I need to do some other research, which probably don't need like the stack insert and stuff right now. Some other research to get to here. Namely, there's some science stuff it's going to show me. Oh yeah, I didn't need that anyway. Goes to there, goes to cliff explosives. So you need this military stuff, military 1, military 2. I've run out of slots, military 2, then on to cliff explosives. But these don't need the black science packs, fortunately, it's just red and green, which I do have. But I do need to get oil to make the explosives, so oil will be the next thing. So to get oil, one thing I will need is stone bricks to make the refineries. I think I need coal for some other stuff anyway, so I'm going to run the coal down here, and then just a moment I'll make some more refineries, more smelters rather. So stone bricks can be here, so it's going to be a regular smelter setup. Not sure I'll build that many, maybe I'll just build 8 of these. So output, inputs, and then I'll side load the coal and the stone onto that. I'm not actually going to do anything particular with this output right now, but that's just where it'll go eventually. I think I do need to bus it, but this will be all I need for the time being. I can just pick the stone up there, give it some power I suppose, and side load this. So hang on, that research complete. So for those engines, for 80 engines or 8 engines per cycle, I will be needing 16 pipes per cycle. a pipe is made in half a second, so I need 8 lots of pipes. So probably I'll split this, and what I could do is say have 4 for pipes, then 4 down there, then the 40 engines coming off here. And I'll start laying this out, so this will just be pipe, pipe, pipe. Then engines, I think one power pole generally does 2 things quite nicely. So the power pole was to be, say, here, here, then the end one special. Not really much more to say about it. So that's going to take in the iron, so I can come in here. And this is why I like laying stuff out first, rather before I build like the whole thing. Because what I suspect I'm about to decide, actually probably do want fast ones as well, because they only take half a second. And yeah, second set of stuff can go here. Does this leave enough space? I think it does, because engines can then be put here. And yeah, this is enough tiles because I don't need the other side of this green. So this will be output, output, input, and more input. And I can just copy paste this down the line until I have enough. And make sure that this does not connect to this, that would be bad. So that's 36, this would be slightly too many, so I'm just going to get rid of that and move the power poles somewhere a little bit more suitable. And there's a little bit of cliff there. I guess I could move it one tile, or I can possibly just move the cliff out the way. And yeah, this is then 80 engines, so 80 there. And that's nearly done, so I'll probably come back to doing the blue science part of it, which will run in this direction in a little bit once the oil is going. So out the oil now, so I cleared away some of the trees. Actually, those trees probably go as well. Just waiting on that, but I can start building my oil well before then. So basically I'm going to have a track here, probably only going to have 2 wagons, so I don't need to have a particularly big station. So that just needs to loop around onto there like that. And then this one needs to come back to the track. Like that. So that's a very simple like little turning loop. At the moment I have no reason for trains to ever go this way, at least for oil, because it's going to come here, fully load, and then go back down south. I will still put a chain signal there just in case I have more than one train on this loop, because having your trains like block each other, that's never good. Likewise, I'm going to put a signal here just so that there's space for a second train, should there ever be one. And that is the oil refining, oil processing done, so I think I need 8 of these if I counted correctly. That there, let the robots, it's actually going to help them out as I run back, because likewise with track, there's a lot of track tiles and they're running out of power. So for the actual station, the station will go here I think. And then let's see if I left enough space. I might have pushed my luck there. Let's just see if this actually fits. Did get away with it, but the tanks can't go quite there. The outputs are blocked. Let's go with that. Then pumps, pumping into there. Okay, I can always use the side outputs, so it's okay if they go there. I can use the side output. Don't need to keep moving this around over that. Put the rest of the mines down, or the pumps down, so I can see what I'm doing. So probably these 3 will link together. Find my pipes on here. I think that'll be a little bit easier. Going to want power poles too. So if that's going to link like that, then where'd that be? That'd be there. So that's those joined. Come up to there. Those joined. Then that will go up. That can come straight across. That was quite ideal. And they might as well come across. So let's just put those as close as possible. Doing that there, even though it's more expensive, just so you can walk through it. And this might not be the final layout because I might in the future, I'll probably will in the future add beacons. But for the time being, until I can like really see what the beacons are going to look like, because I always forget, this should work fine. For this junction, I'm just going to carry on straight down, so the basic junction will look like that. Change signals here to try and stop trains blocking each other. Help out the bots quickly, so again, change signal here, and then regular signal straight after it. This can be a regular signal anyway, because there's nothing put to block there, and there's no decisions to be made. Likewise with that one. So coming down here, what I think I'll do for the time being is put the refineries about here, because I know they're going to need water, and I hope there's enough space for whatever else I forgot about. leave lots of space for second set of refineries, and maybe the track goes about something like here, and I can loop back around. So that's going to be, I'm going to do 6 to start with. And like I said, I know I'm going to need water, although the basic recipe doesn't use water. So for now I just need to link up this one here with the oil. Just be a straight line like this, and then the water can like duck underneath it. So that's the oil done. Similar deal for the petroleum. I know I'm going to need others, so for now put a pipe in a straight line. Straight line is what I wanted. So that's just going to come along there, then connect up the output. And then the oil's going to be up here, so I'm going to have to underground this. But this should have plenty of reach to get, like, if I do like this way, like that, it should have enough reach to get past whatever I put there, because there's going to be like light oil, heavy oil and stuff to come out. This should be the track coming in this direction, I guess. It's going to loop around. Now the sharpest loop you can make is actually not all that sharp, it's like that, so it's going to put the unloading all the way up here. That's also going to provide space for trains to wait there, and if they're also have more than one train. Then I'm going to try and have 2 for each of these, because that's one tile too close. It's going to be, once I have multiple trains, it's good to have the oil stored here rather than it is to have the oil basically at the wells. So I put the extra tanks this end, might even have more in the future, but 2 fits quite nicely I think with the pumps. Then that just provides the link, and I'm not going to be too worried about balancing them too much for the time being. They'll balance themselves. Also worth noting, I did leave space here for a total of 4, just in case in the future I'd have longer oil trains. I probably won't go past 4 for oil, at least not until I'm into beacons, and at that point I'll redesign this entire thing. So for the train, this is going to be very simple. It's going to go to oil, it's going to go to unload, we name that in a second. Now let's go full cargo, empty cargo, so that can make its way on. And rename this, it will update the train as well automatically, so that's nice. This is unload oil. And for the time being, until I come up with a better idea, I'm going to store the oil here. I do need to go get some more tanks, but basically it'll just be a little square there of storage. And add some power, and this will be the oil done. The oil is now flowing. And actually apparently while I was doing this, or maybe the radars or something, it showed up this, so this is very nice. It is almost far enough to do a train, but I don't like the train around here, so I might just go over belt. I will need to go pick up some more belts, power poles and stuff to get over there though. Now the first one to do is have a look at it. I'm not sure if it needs any like special mining requirements. And it's like I can't tell that on the map. And I've got to look at this train. Those cliffs, yeah, those cliffs are definitely going to be annoying if I try to get a track over. And it needs petroleum gas. Well, that's nice. I've already got the petroleum gas. So I guess the sequence here is this needs... Well, this needs sulfuric acid, so I wonder what this needs. I guess they're all different, so I'd be interested to know what that is. What would the next thing be, though? Like, petroleum gas is at this stage, so that makes sense. So sulfuric acid is a little bit later. Like lubricant. Lubricant seems a bit odd, though. But yeah, guess I'll want a pipe from here then, because I'm not going to run a train. I think that's going to be awkward. And I guess so much for trains being the future and all that, so I guess I can put the belt here. We only need like a few red belts, and probably actually that mine's not very big, so let's assume it's going to be 1 belt for red circuits. Going to need some power, and I'm going to need pipes, which I guess I can just do. Maybe I should have built this further north. I'll start building here now. So it's going to basically be a sequence like that, and then I can bring this up to the top and hooking off of there. It doesn't really matter that the tank's on the opposite end. Now the problem I always have with pipes and things is the pipes can be this far apart, and then these can be this far apart. It's not really an ideal distance, but I guess I'll just make the power poles, put that there, and then yeah, you see this isn't the right distance, but I guess it's good enough, and these two can be closer. And I'll run the belt as well. And I think what I'll do actually is I'll run the belt mostly on the way back. I'm going to concentrate on the fiddly bit, which is the pipes and the power poles right now. So let's go and blueprint. I can never blueprint the whole thing, the bots won't keep up, and I want to move at a relatively fast speed. And I can build the belt manually on the way back, that's a lot easier. On to the next easy bit. These should just be a simple strip mine. So I'm going to build these, put the belts in, put the power in, and then see what I need to do about the fluids. And probably should have even blueprinted this since last time, I always forget. Tend to end up using copy paste a lot more than blueprints because you'd have to go through menus and stuff to get to them. So in terms of belts and stuff, I have a suspicion that, like I said, it'll just be one belt of circuits for the whole lot. So I'm just going to try and merge these. The clips get away in a little bit, but should be fine. So that's going to come up, go there, they'll merge. Just let the bot do that one, it was out of reach. That merges there, so a bunch of splitters. And that should be that done. Then for the pipes I can put like this. So this bit's easy because it's a straight line. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 like that. This one a little bit more, it's going to have to go around a corner. These ones are already linked up there. Oh, I can't get through this gap. This is where cliffs and pipes and stuff go and combine to be quite annoying. I guess I have to walk around. Then the last one, this is going to be the same deal. I actually really made it hard to move around here. So that goes there, then the pipe there. And I should have power as well somewhere there. And I'll probably put that in exactly the wrong place. Yep. So there's the oil and the gas. And there's the power, and do these all work? So they just not have enough gas. Okay, I think it's just taking some time to like pressurize the system. So there should be gas there, they're working, they're definitely connected, they should start working. Yeah, it just took a few seconds to like pressurize the system. And now I can run back with the car and place the belts along the way. It's actually placing belts in a straight line. When you're driving like this, it actually makes it a lot easier. It is really hard to keep the mouse on the same tile. And I'm not sure exactly where I need to go to red circuits. I'll just keep going over here until I reach the main bus. And I guess I have to go up a bit. I'm going to hit the Science, but I can go around the Science, so it's not too messy. Maybe should have left a little bit more space for the steel. I'm not going to upset the steel right now. I'm just going to come straight down there. Then I think the green circuits. Actually, yes. Yeah, I was going to put green circuits there. Let's put red circuits on here. And I guess at that point, maybe it'll be tidier to do it that way. In fact, change my mind again. Probably stone bricks can go there. So red circuits can go here. So looking at things I need for this cliff explosives. So grenades are coal, I think is the main thing. Barrels are steel, explosives need coal, so that's more coal, so lots of coal. Sulfur and water. Sulfur requires, I think, petroleum and water. So I definitely want water, so there's water here. Petroleum, I can pipe it along here and put it onto the bus. And then coal, I was already bringing it down most of the way because I needed this stone. So possibly, I'm going to say here because I want to put the robotic stuff there. And actually want to look at the same time, if I want to use sulfuric acid somewhere, it needs iron plates. Iron plates are here. And I could change how the poles are done slightly. So I think it is just coal I need as well as the iron. Didn't really leave myself an ideal space there because that's all kind of messy. So I'm going to bring the iron and the coal down here. Actually, if I bring that along, that was not what I wanted to do. Sometimes the underground thing is smart, sometimes less so. So I bring it down here, I can use undergrounds to get past there. And actually I can move that to there and basically replace this one entirely. So checking this out again, so to make the cliff explosives down here, need a grenade which I can just direct insert. I don't need many grenades because I'm not using them as a weapon. The barrel I can also direct insert. Maybe just put that there or something, should fit. Barrels are here I think, and I'll make some more barrels here as well for general use, and I'll probably just store them in a box or something. Then the explosives, I don't think I need more explosives either because again there's no biters, so I'm not going to be having lots of artillery and stuff. That just takes the coal from there, and the sulfur should just be from there. And I think I've left myself a little bit of space here to figure out sulfuric acid, hopefully. So the petroleum pipe here follows the red circuits all the way up and back to those tanks. And that means I am now getting my cliff explosives made. Fairly slow, but like I said, I'm not going to need too many. I don't want to like delete every cliff on the map. I just need to get rid of those specific ones, maybe those ones a bit later. But as far as like these go and these go, I'm fine with just building around them. In fact, while I wait for those, just checking my power. This is bad. So I'm going to build another double the power again, I think. which will take a little bit of time. I need a lot of resources for that. By then I should be ready for blue science. So doubling the pan, not really much to show here, kind of just copy pasting what I've already got, then driving along slowly, letting the bots build it. Gets a special thing once the bots have done this. Okay, I'll come back and do that, the bots don't want to do it. Coal, I think one coal belt should be fine for the time being, but I will need to either upgrade to a red belt or have multiple belts. Again, not what I wanted. Multiple belts at some point in the future. For now, I'm just going to split it. Make sure you don't cut all your power off. They will need another pump, so I can make another pump. And that looks like it's going to line up quite nicely with that one. So you'll note these pipes are not joined here. One thing to note here, it actually does join the pipe here, because if you think there's one pipe there, I had two pipes here because it's like split left and right. You don't have to have like just one pump feeding to one steam engine, you can like have this like matrix type thing. Yeah, with that I'm just going to decommission this one. I can use the steam engines and boilers to make the next upgrade to that in the future, and then it keeps them all nice and the same. So clip explosives in hand, so I can go and clean up this. I should be able to do it automatically like so, and then I think there's one up over there. I'm going to go around and finish off the belt. I had the belt go still, I just need to go to clear, now they can build it. So that's that line finished. So that's all the engines essentially done. I just need to link up the inputs. So the engine's all going this way at the moment. I could change the direction of that belt and come back around. It would come down here. And that's doable, so I think I'll do that. It puts all the engines on one belt, so that'll be nice. So let's try and work out how it's going to go. It's going to go like that. This can be underground belt here. That can then go around there, so that links up. So I need to change the direction of all the belts, and what I might do as well is if I do that and do that. So I'm now side loading the engines onto different sides of the belt. Not sure if that's really important given the number. I think it's 8 per second, it's actually a lot less. They should all, well actually 8 per, yeah they should all fit on the one belt, but this one I think looks nicer and it stores up more stuff. Actually that plan's going to last all of 10 seconds, because I think I'm going to do the sulfur like I said over by the oil, which means I need to put the sulfur somewhere. So let's put the sulfur on the opposite side of this belt, so on the inside, and then it's going to come around. And I think that's the easiest way of doing it, because what I then want to do is have a second belt here. In fact, I think I'm going to need a splitter, so actually here's what I just realised. So if I put that there, then I have science thing and more science. So how's actually it's probably going to go here. I'll be a bit carousel. So the sulfur is going to come down here, go past all those, which I think is actually perfectly fine. And what will happen then is this one here, this one's going to be red circuits. So red circuits, engines and sulfur. So let's go insert that way, insert that way. Likewise on this one. And then long hand inserters for the other items. And then the belts finish over here. And I think that works quite well. I can just repeat that until I have the full 96. Red circuits are just here. I know at the moment they're coming along here, but that's just because of where the mine is. I might build the station there, I don't really know yet. So I'd rather take it off the bus. And I think I'm going to do to try and make building this a little bit easier. I'm going to actually bring the roboports over. So I can bring that there. Because I got the basic construction bots, they'll be adequate to give me a little bit of a helping hand with building 96 of these things in a sensible time frame. So that's going to look like this. So that is a lot of things. So I'm going to let them do that, put some more roboports down to help them. I have to do it manually though, because the downside of these basic ones, the reason why they're not as good as the normal ones is they don't have that extra construction range. So I do actually need to go and do those in a moment. But for now, so I know that I'm going to need iron. Iron is going to be for these two. So I'm actually just going to have one belt of iron like that, and make sure I don't forget those either. So it's going to come down here, have a splitter. And I'm not sure if I need a fast belt or not, I didn't run the math. But if I do need a fast belt, then I also don't have enough furnaces, so if I need that I'll go change it all in the future. With more furnaces, more, well not got enough ore either, so more furnaces, more miners, more everything. But for the time being, just a very simple belt coming over here from this bus lane. And I've got another spare space there to actually put said second belt. As well as also got the fast belts, lots of options. Next up for the engine production is the gears and steel, so that can go here. and that kind of fits nicely around that one. Then for that, I just needed the red circuits. The red circuits are here, so this can just extend. I don't know if I need red circuits on both sides, so for the time being what I'm going to do is this, and just put them on one side. And I guess I was going to have more belts come down, I'll just put the underground in for that. So driving back onto oil, so this needs 1 sulfur for every 2, which means I need 4 sulfur. 4 sulfur, probably actually not going to need very many. Is it just literally 2 of these? I think it's 2 of these if I've got that right. Double check. 1 to make 2. I want 8, makes 4. That makes 2. Yep, just 2 of those. So these can just go somewhere that's more or less out the way. Probably like hair works, so that's sulfur there. And then I wanted the sulfur to be on the opposite side of the belt from the engine, so if this is sulfur, then what I actually need to do is after the inserters, have a little thing like this just to flip it onto the opposite side of the belt. No need for special near inserters or whatever, you can do it perfectly fine with these. Just need to put little tricks in like this, which I think is quite a good puzzle solving exercise. You can come up with some quite interesting solutions sometimes. So then that's going to be 1 pipe for that. Another pipe for water, and then I guess I can see if the water's going to fit through that, but I think that'd be a nightmare. I was going to bring it up to where the petroleum is, and then run the water next to the petroleum. So blue sands is now starting to flow. It's become apparent that there's not enough iron at all, and it's not even that belt that I think there's not enough of. There's just not enough iron because there's also iron going up here. So I need to make more iron all the way back from the source, because in the end this belt here runs at full speed. And I'm not actually sure how many more miners I can fit. There's a few miners are idle, but not very many idle miners. Let's try and get those words correct. But there's iron down there, so future time to go and get big iron. And there's iron there. That's going to be a bridge or something to try and get to that. I have got landfills somewhere in the research queue, but there's iron up there. I've got lots of iron. I just need to go get trains for it. So that'll be a major project coming up soon. As for finishing up this science, so coming right up to the end here, you can see this is where the resources all do their turnaround, and there's possibly enough sulfur, I'm not sure yet, possibly enough red circuits. Well, if it's not, I just need to actually put them on both sides. That is the option there. Red circuits are the one here that's the most likely to need to be on both sides because it requires 3 rather than 2 or 1. I still want to have like 1,000 circuits like parked on the belt. I could also just upgrade it to a fast belt. But for this here specifically, it's just going to underground belt here. Then it's going to come up. It's going to come along here. Basically one next to this. And in fact, if I side load it, then whatever stance comes next, and just side load the other side. Then that can go there, and that one's easy. And there is actually a plan here for when I have more stance. Which is basically just to do that and then put inserters in the middle. And I think as I get into a lot more of these 30 and even 60 seconds coming up somewhere. Of course I can't find them when I'm looking. There's a 60-second one. Well, I mean the 60-second one's coming up like the rocket site. I'm not actually sure what sort of consistency there is here, because that's 60 seconds by 8,000 and then that's 30 by 16. Gets a little bit confusing. I think it would be simpler if they just all used the packs at the same speed. But nonetheless, there's lots of 30 and even longer ones coming up. I think there's some 45s around somewhere. So I'm actually going to extend this. I'm going to extend it by 2 ranks like this. So that'll take me a little bit of time, and I'll probably be finishing up with that. So with the science flowing quite nicely, got all the labs working. I'm not sure I've got enough throughput to keep this up long term, but it does at least work. Like I said before, lots of resources to go and get. So lots of resources to go and get, but this has been very successful in getting the science here. Got the oil, which I forgot to put a radar on, so I guess I should put a radar on at some point, but that is fine. That is my oil. Got the red circuits, again I forgot a radar. Doing very well on radars today. So that's been some decent progress, and next time I think I'm going to go for that iron. But to see that and more, be sure to like, subscribe and enable your notifications to see the next one.